Hi, thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. Today we are going to do core on the floor. We're going to build strength and tone up that midsection. You are going to want a mat, possibly something a little thicker than this, a Pilates mat or something. So go ahead and grab that, and when you're ready, meet me here. Meanwhile, be sure to leave me some comments below. Let me know what is your favorite core move in the comments below, and check out that Patreon link as well. We are going to begin lying down. So totally on the floor today. And let's just take a few moments with our knees up, arms by our side, to just check in with our body a moment. Notice our breath. We're going to bring our hands by our side, fingertips to our heels. And let's begin warming up our core, inhaling up and exhaling down. Moving with our own breath as always. And let's go ahead and lift up and hold here. Take it to just a couple of pelvic tilts in the air, rolling down. Inhale up, a couple of tilts, and down. One more time. And now we're going to open our arms to walk our feet to the edges of our mat. And let's just drop our knees over from side to side. And we're going to jump right in to some crunches next. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Let our knees open up. And this is going to get us into that transverse abdominis, our deepest abdominal muscles. Of course, we're also going to hit that six-pack muscle as well. But let's lift up here, and we're just going to take it to some pelvic tilts or little crunches, tapping our heart to the ceiling, finding a pattern for our breath. Our head is just resting in our hands. And let's go ahead and release from here. We're going to come to our bridge pose and hold this time. Taking several deep breaths here. And let's lower down. We're going to bring our feet exactly where they were. Interlace our hands and lift up. Again, letting our head rest, no tension on our neck. And this time, we're going to see about squeezing our feet together and lifting them a little off that floor first. Back to those crunches. Of course, we can always leave our feet on the floor for this. And you can always pause the video and do a lot more if you want. Come down. Let's take that bridge pose again. Open this up. And if you have a block or something you want to place here, we can place a block there to take some of the pressure off. Breathing deeply. And let's lower back down. And now we're going to hug our knees. And let's just roll side to side. And then we're going to glue our knees together. Let's open our arms wide. We're going to inhale here, and then exhale, tap our knees down to one side. Inhale, pull up, and exhale, tap the knees other side. Inhale up. So just kind of going here. We can look at a variation where we open our top leg, tapping our toes. And let's come back to the center. And we'll take our legs down the floor, hands by our side. And we're going to glue our hips to the floor and walk our feet or slide them as far to one side as we can and let them rest. Keeping our hips on the floor, we're going to lift up and wiggle our upper body to that same side as far as we can, keeping both shoulders down. Reaching this hand down, and we'll take this arm up overhead. So it's like we're making a letter C shape with our body, hips and shoulders flat on the floor, getting ourselves a nice deep side stretch. And you kind of feel like this is our half moon pose, but on the floor, breathing into that side of our body. And let's release and come back to the center, where we're going to glue our hips down again, slide our feet to the other side, and then walk our upper body to that same side. Again, keeping both shoulders down, reaching this one hand overhead, breathing. This is a nice opener for all that work that we do. Now let's bring this back to the center and just take a big long stretch here. We're going to move into working all of our core muscles at once, particularly our obliques. So let's bring our knees up, hands behind our head, and we're going to take this to bicycles or crisscross. So opposite elbow and knee coming in. Now we can keep our feet higher, we can keep them lower. Think about moving shoulders toward the opposite knee rather than really the elbow. Now let's release from here, bring our hands by our side. Let's find and hold our bridge pose again. And we're going to do a variation on what we just did to make it a little deeper. So feel free to stay with elbows and knees, or we're going to see about taking this to hands and feet. So we're going to crunch up, up, up. And again, just kind of drawing the opposite shoulder across toward the knee. Now let's release from that, and we're actually going to lower our feet all the way down to the floor this time. Walking or rocking side to side. Let's bring our thumbs and index fingers together. And just breathing right here, or finding our fish pose, really opening up, lifting up, taking the crown of our head back to the floor. So really opening up through our chest here, stretching across the front of our abdominals. This is a very intense stretch. Now let's lift up, tuck our chin, roll down. We're going to bring our knees back up, hands by our side, just like where we started. And just notice again how we're feeling here. Hopefully our core is feeling fired up at this point. Should have fired up our digestive system as well, and our metabolism. As always, I thank you for joining me. Be sure to answer that question in the comments below and check out that Patreon link for me, all right? I will see you next time.